the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A huge play there for Chicago. 46 yards. Now a first down throw, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
On second down, a run with Herbert. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
Coming in, he really likes his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's first and goal. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Here's a give to Herbert. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now Fields on third and goal. And it's caught. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a fourth and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So taking a risk here early in the new year, they're going to go for it. Here's Fields on the sneak, trying to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
After that last run, Lance is going to throw it here. And able to complete this one to McLeod. And he is going to have a Niners first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5. So a little more space to operate now. First and 10 from right around the 12. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance steps away. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 23 yards the pickup there. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Lance now to throw. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. Now a play fake. Lance. And he wisely will throw that one away.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 36. McCaffrey on the counter. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Play action. Now it's Lance. He rifles one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Fields on 1st down. Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. McCaffrey running up the middle. Oh, what a move. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. Here we go.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Pitching it out to McCaffrey. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
Watch out now. 50 series.
Now receiver in motion left. McCaffrey will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Fields throw there, hauled in by Claypool. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. On first down, it's Fields. That's complete to Mooney. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the Niners' 12-yard line.
From the gun, here's Fields. He'll get that underneath to Herbert. And here he'll get it down to the 7. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Fields now to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Second down and goal. Fields escaping the pressure right. Touchdown! Darnell Mooney. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have cut it back within a score. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Just a gain of a couple there. And it's second down. To throw, it's Lance. And this is caught. Jennings. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Lance now on first down. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Now Lance again. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Now Lance going to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Lance. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Again, it's Lance. Completes it to Samuel. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Fields the squib kick right around the 30. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And Lance again going to keep it. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find a good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now it's Fields. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. No, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Santos' kick is up and through. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3 with a starting field position like that. 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
Pulls it in at the 13. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now taking downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Lance. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
A healthier Kittle was back in his Pro Bowl form in 2021. Even missing 13 games the last 3 years, he's still second among tight ends in yards since his breakout 2018 campaign. Gets another chunk of yards there and a first down with that catch.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Lance. He's got the hook up to McLeod. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. There he goes left side. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. He had already had an interception earlier. Now Charleston says, I think I'll get another, and I'll take this one all the way back for the score.
Well, you know how I feel about those defensive backs, especially safeties. They're certainly some of the best athletes on the team. They're asked to do a little bit of everything. And when you combine their athleticism with their field vision, those types of plays result.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Injuries got to McCaffrey again in 2021. He's played just 10 games since his historic 2019 season. He's been averaging well over 100 yards per game when he's out there, though. And fans of the game are hoping this is the year he gets back to a full season of work.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Lance's throw complete there to McLeod. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Here's Lance to throw it. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. And the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Lance to throw for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bears will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We'll see if they can grab the lead. Either way, what a job their defense did to force the turnover on downs to set up this opportunity. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
The defenders certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here comes Mooney now in the jet sweep. And some room to work. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear 1st down.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
No room to be had there on the 1st down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Off play action. And the Niners get there and bring him down. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Play action. It's Fields. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 10-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
Throwing now is Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Well, for Trey Lance, not only was he the youngest quarterback in the 2021 draft class, but many say he had the strongest arm, too, and he showed it off here. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Lance looking to throw it. Flushed out right. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. Touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the 49ers have broken our tie and have taken a fourth quarter lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead now up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. On the return is Jones from the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Out of the gun, Fields. Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
That's good for the Chicago Bears. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st down, Fields. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To the air again, Fields. He's going to look deep for more. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Complete to Mooney on the slant. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 44-yard line. Fields on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Niners will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, let's face it, Brandon. They're down here in the 2nd half. You want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 110 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Out to his left. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Able to complete this one to McLeod. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. He got 29 yards that time. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. The Lance going to throw. This will be caught. It's Samuel. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. And they'll go for it. Lance. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game.
There he goes, right side. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little, too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Won't be enough, but here's a final chance at the extra point. It's up and it's good, but it won't matter. The 7 is as close as they're going to get, and this game is over.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the 49ers, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they obviously...
When the members on and get a going Donkey Kong, they got the hand dollar, will you give a dog a bone? I'm like, oh no, you got